What's up everyone and welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. Today on the table we have another Age of Ascension KeyForge deck unboxing here. We're going to continue on through our 12 decks that I have here, all from different cases, mind you. We're going to crack into deck number 3 here. If you haven't seen our previous ones, they are in a playlist at Rob's Gaming Table on YouTube, so you can check those out there, amongst other KeyForge videos like tournament matches from various Vault Tours and that kind of stuff with commentary, so go check those out there. But let's get to it. We're going to crack into the deck. All right, so watch me open some cardboard and plastic here. Let's see if we, whoops, don't want to go that way. All right, so we got the Woman Who Inflames Dreams. Interesting, okay. Cool blue Archon here, and the houses, Shadows, Untamed, and Mars. Okay, hopefully we get a little more Amber control than the last deck. But yeah, we're coming in with Shadows and Mars, which can have pretty good Amber control numbers, but we'll see here. So let's open this guy and take a look. Just want to say thank you to everyone for supporting the channel and leaving comments, hitting that like button and whatnot. Much appreciated. All right. We got the Archon card there. We'll throw over here. Let's try to get that so we can see the name. All right. So like the last couple decks, we're starting here with Untamed. Doesn't look like we have a rare in Untamed if it's sorted the same way as usual. But we got an awesome card here. The first card is an artifact, and it's Nepenthe. Love this card. It's an Omni, so you can use it on any turn and sacrifice it to return a card from your discard pile to hand. Any card you want. All right, let's hope we get a bunch of cards with Amber Pips like Grasping Vines here to return up to 3 artifacts to their owner's hands. Love the way you can use it to bounce your own artifacts, especially for a house you're about to play soon that has an Amber Pip on it. Get it back to hand, play it back out, assuming you don't have anything to remove. Sorry, 3 things to remove on your opponent's side first, but always nice and versatile. We got There Everywhere, Amber Pip, deal 2 damage to each enemy flank creature, deal 1 damage to each creature not on the flank. Do we have Save the Pack with it? That would be awesome. We'll find out. Tandalin, 9 power, big beast tree here. We got dealing only 2 damage though in fighting, but he can fight, discard a random card from your opponent's archives. Great when Logos is popular in archiving cards. Rusnar, dealing with artifacts. Destroys an artifact. If that artifact had an Amber bonus, you gain that much Amber. Another action card with a pip on it here. Play, choose a house, exhaust each enemy creature of the house. Is Persistence Hunting. Grovekeeper, beefing up boards with his at the end of your turn effect. Give each neighboring creature a +1 power counter. Full Moon, good if we have lots of creatures. We'll check that out shortly. But for the remainder of the turn, you gain 1 Amber each time you play a creature. And we got Fang House. Here's a creature. Assault 3, Hazardous 3. Love this guy. A Dusk Witch, the Omega, has Elusive, and your creatures enter play ready. So when you play this, it ends your turn, obviously. Human Witch. We got Darna coming into play. If you have lots of creatures on the board and you're fighting a lot or they're getting damaged, this is a good way to get a big burst of Amber if you can set this up. You gain +1 Amber for each damaged friendly creature. And then it's got the Reap, heal 2 damage from a friendly creature. We got 2 of them. So we got double the chances to get that Amber from the play effect. And that's our Untamed. So let's just take a look here. Just curious how creature heavy we are with the Full Moon. So we got the Full Moon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 creatures. Not bad, not bad. It's not bad at all. And the Nepenthe there to, I mean, maybe you recur a Full Moon. Get it back later in the game if you have some creatures. But we'll see what else is in the deck that we may want to use that on. All right, so let's hop over to Shadows. Interesting, we have a rare. Not sure I have a deck yet with this rare, but it is Heist Night. It's the Alpha. Play, steal 1 Amber for each friendly thief creature. So since it's Alpha, you have to play it first, obviously, so you can't just lay out a bunch of thieves, then play it and steal a bunch. You have to get them on the board. Hope your opponent doesn't just wipe them off the board and then play this after. So it's a little situational. Not sure how much I like it. We'll find out. Let's do the thief count here. So first to start though, we have Customs Office. Great anti-artifact card. Gaining an Amber each time your opponent plays an artifact, assuming they have the Amber to pay you, otherwise they're not playing it. We get some Amber out of Night Forge. Not the best key cheat play. If you have not forged a key this turn, you may forge a key at +4 current cost. Merkins, love this guy. He is a thief. I'm able to play a random card in your opponent's archives or the top card of your opponent's deck. Play it as if it were yours. Love it. Hideaway Hole. Location, Omni, sacrifice Hideaway Hole. Creatures you control gain elusive at the start of your until the start of your next turn. Sorry, so it kind of protects your board, all creatures, and it's Omni, so you can pop it on any turn. But I do like it has an amber, and like I said, with that, oh, can't even remember the name. I don't know why I'm blanking, but Grasping Vines, Grasping Vines, on these artifacts with pips. Only one so far actually, out of here, but yeah, that's just what I was talking about before. If you're not going to use this for this effect, and it's just sitting out there for a while, you can pop it back, play it again if you're going to play Shadows next turn. Another way to get some amber. We got Yahtzee Gang. 5 power action, steal 1. He is a thief. He's a thief. We got another thief there. We'll check him out after how many thieves we got. Throwing Stars, deal 1 damage to 3 creatures. Up to 3 creatures. Gain 1 amber for each creature destroyed this way. Ronnie Wrist Clocks. One of the best creatures in Shadows, in my opinion. Out of second set, he has the Thief trait also. Play Steal 1. If your opponent has 7 or more amber, Steal 2 instead. Then we got Furtive Investors. Play if your opponent has more amber than you, gain 1 amber for each key your opponent has forged. It does have an amber pip on it, so at least you'll always get that. Next we have a Dusk Chronicles. Gain an amber off the action. Play if your opponent has more amber than you, draw a card. If you have more amber than your opponent, archive a card. And remember, when you play this, you do the amber first, then the effect. So if it makes you have equal amber, you're not doing any of the effect. And we have 2 of them. And, oh, I should have looked at the back of the card, but we have a Maverick coming here. And it is the only Maverick in the deck, no legacies. It is a Maverick, a Barrister Joya in Shadows. Yes, that is awesome. Enemy creatures cannot reap. It's Shadows, she's beefy, has a 5 power, 1 armor. Oh, that's good, but not Thief trait, unfortunately. All right, so let's check how many thieves we got here. 1, 2, 3. Ah, that's it. So we have to have those 3 on the board to even play that card as an alpha next turn. And most likely you probably won't name Shadows right away. But I mean, if you have the 3 on the boards lined up, stealing 3 on a turn, as we've seen with Swindle, and you still get to do stuff after this, not too bad. But yeah, I'd expect more Thieves to be an awesome hideaway hold, or sorry, an awesome Heist Night deck. But yeah, Barrister Joya and Shadows, that's pretty cool. All right, the next house is Mars. We're gonna start off with a rare artifact. It's Sniffer. Another one with an amber pip. That's what I was talking about, Grasping Vines, bouncing your own to get amber. That's a play. For the remainder of the turn, each creature loses elusive. We got Fluxum Spike, get an amber off it. Play if there are no friendly creatures in play, destroy each creature not on a flank. So a great way to, if you're falling behind, you're getting the crap beat out of your board's getting wiped and destroyed by big Brobnar dudes or whatever. This is a way to kind of like level out and come back. Or you press your advantage if you're playing into this. We got Containment Field, a way to control an enemy creature after creature is used, destroy it. Love this upgrade. All about those negative upgrades. We have Tixel, Beam Buckler. Coming into play, dealing 2 damage to a creature and move it to either flank of its controller's battle line. This guy's 4 power, 1 armor, and I love this guy. He's awesome. All right, we have the Sky Booster Squadron ×2. After you reap, return Sky Booster Squadron to your hand. Do we have any out of play or out of hand Mars effects yet? I don't think so. But it actually plays nice with no friendly creatures in play. Destroy each creature not on the flank. So, I mean, if for some reason the weird situation happened where these were your only guys on the play, or at least one, you could return them to hand, play the Fluxum Spike, which I'm sure that is rarely ever going to happen, but I mean, it helps that happen, possibly. All right, we have the Mind Warper. We know him. He's moving amber from your opponent's pool to the creature on their own side, and he's got elusive. Mars needs amber. If you can damage enemy non-Mars creatures, you can have them capture 1 amber from their own side. So a decent amber control card, but it needs setup. That's the problem. Mars first. Awesome Mars card. Ready to use a friendly Mars creature straight up. Get an amber off it. Love it. We got 2 of them. And if there was a Mars creature you'd want to ready and use multiple times, maybe multiple times, I'm not sure because he's got the armor that wears out, it is Collector Worm. But yeah, if he was exhausted for some reason or you just played him, you can ready him up, use him right away. That's still nice. And we got Carpet Fluxum, which again falls into that. If there are no friendly creatures in play, deal 4 damage to each creature. Now, I don't think we have in the whole deck a board wipe per se that can really make your board fall apart on purpose. And we'll check out the creatures in a sec here and see. Yeah, I don't see. I mean, the cool part, you can use Nepenthe to kind of pull one of these cards when you have no friendly creatures on a situation where that happens. If your board just got wiped, you can pop the Omni, go grab it from your discard pile if you just played it earlier for the Amber. But yeah, let's take a look at the stats. We're going to hop over to web apps. I'll leave links in the description below to these web apps, and we'll just see the stats of the decks. All right, so I got the deck scanned into the app. It's here on the Master Vault. You see it here behind me on the screen. You can check that out. I put the link in the description below to the deck if you guys want to take a look at it. But let's jump into the KeyForge Burger Token Deck Analyzer, where I like to just look at this. It kind of breaks it down, nice and colorful, pretty here, into separate categories. So we can see our creatures, not only the counts of creatures, actions, artifacts, and upgrades, but we can actually see them. We can see their power levels, their armor, any amber pips they have, and we can quickly hover over them and see what they do. But I do like seeing this power distribution breakdown on our 16 creatures. So we have only one power 1. We got a bunch of power 2s. And it looks like, oh, we got 1 9, but 5 and lower is what we're at here. So maybe not the highest on the power level there of creatures. But I like to look down here at this number here. Bonus amber. 14 cards with 14 amber. Me likey. We have Amber Burst too. Seeing a bunch of these cards that possibly can get us 2 or more amber. And Mars Needs Amber, Furtive Investors, Throwing Stars, Heist Night, Darna's ×2, and Full Moon. That's good to see. So I have a feeling this is going to be on the decks of KeyForge, which we'll look at next. It'll be pretty high on the expected amber, I would hope. Amber control, though, a little light here in just Heist Night, Yahtzee Gang. And Heist Night, like I said, we got to work it to line up with having Thieves alive on the board and playing it on another turn since it's alpha. We got 1 Ronnie Wrist Clocks. You always like to see more of that, but we got 1 and a Mind Warper, which is a little bit delayed. But, I mean, we have the 2 cards that ready Mars creatures, so we can use those on Mind Warpers if we need to get our opponent off a key if we're in a jam. Creature removal, just a little bit here. We got Beam Buckler and Containment Field dealing with single targets. Then we got the Carpet, Fluxum, and Fluxum Spike, which are very situational. I wouldn't even put them on this list because they very rarely hit those multi-targets. They're just basically cards with amber printed on them in most cases. Because we aren't that low on creatures. If maybe we're at like a 12 creature deck or something, then maybe I'd really value them higher. But Throwing Stars, and they're everywhere. That's okay, but no save the pack with the they're everywhere. So kind of a fail on that perspective. Artifact control, we got Rustnar and Grasping Vines. Key cheating, just the Night Forge, not the best there. Yeah, let's see. No anti-synergies and synergies yet, but you can always submit them here at the email address if you guys see any in these decks that should be showing up. Well, let's jump on over to decks of KeyForge here. So at the top here, we got our how it compares to overall decks. Let's see, we got Age of Ascension highlighted here only. Oh, no, sorry, I unclicked it. So if we're just looking at Age of Ascension, this deck here, you see 81 SAS, 73 card rating, plus 8 synergy, -0 anti-synergy. It is actually a little plus here we see in the overall curve for SAS. Card rating, a little bit higher than the average. And then we got synergy over here being pretty good. And anti-synergy, you want it to see it low. So that's great, being at the bottom with 0. So let's take a look here at the numbers that we care about. The ARC score. 8 in amber control. Not too shabby, actually. That's pretty good, I think. Expected amber, 31. That is amazing. That is amazing. That's pretty high compared to other decks I own for sure. That's way up there. 2 in artifact control. We got the Customs Office, Grasping Vine, and Rustnar. Only the Rustnar is kind of permanent, but he's like kind of a delayed effect since you got to play him, fight with him, he has to live, and that kind of thing. So he's not the greatest for it, but Grasping Vine's temporary. Customs Office, if you get it out early enough, it's awesome, but if it comes out late game, useless. All right, we got 7 in the deck manipulation and 6.4 in power, so we're low on the power. And yeah, we got 4 amber pips, like I said. We got 1 key cheat card, 2 extra draw cards, 2 archive cards, and over here we see, compared to Age of Ascension, averages 16 creatures below the 18 average, 15 actions above, 4 artifacts around the 3 artifacts average, and the upgrades are matched at 1. So pretty close to the averages there. And we see that Maverick Barrister Joya, love it in shadows. But yeah, that's it for a quick look at the stats, guys. Let's look at another deck. Stay tuned. We're gonna have more deck unboxings on the channel. We also, like I said, have those KeyForge tournament videos with commentary on the channel. They're all in playlists at Rob's Gaming Table on YouTube. If you'd like to support the channel, we have a Patreon. Thanks to everyone that supports us on Patreon. You can find the link in the description below. Anyways, thanks a lot, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.